Yo, what's up guys, it's King Sean here, and day 4 of Commanders training camp has concluded. Today was the first day that fans could attend, and I actually went bright and early this morning, got there at like 6:30. The line literally curved, and it was just so long, bro. Like, the line was so long, but got in, and it was a fun time, man. It was lit. Dan Quinn spoke to the fans on the microphone before practice began, and man, he got me hyped. He got me real hyped, I'm not gonna lie. Practice was fun. Obviously, they did individual drills, team drills. They did the bag drill before practice, which was pretty hype. The fans were excited. It was all good vibes. But before practice began, we got a bit of a surprise. Terry McLaurin reported back to the Commanders facility yesterday. Not today, but yesterday. It was reported today, but he was spotted at the facility yesterday, and today we placed him on the PUP list and removed him from the did not report list. So, hey man, it is a good thing that he's here, but now instead of a holdout, it's a hold in. With Terry holding out, he held out all of last week, right? This past week of training camp, he was forfeiting $50,000 per day. And I'm pretty sure he accumulated like $150,000 to $200,000, and he probably was like, yeah, I don't know if I can forfeit any more money. So he came in, reported yesterday, or was spotted at the facility yesterday, and today we officially removed him off of the did not report list. Now, what do I think this means? Terry McLaurin showing up to the facility means and officially a hold-in. I believe it means one of two things. One, there's been some progress on a deal, and he's super confident that it will get done sometime this week, maybe. And he's reported back to the facility to get back acclimated. The second option is, well, I'm not trying to forfeit money. I'm not trying to lose $50,000 a day, and I'll just come back, not do anything. And he's basically not doing anything. He's on the PUP list for a quote-unquote ankle injury, which maybe there's something wrong with his ankle, a minor ankle injury, but he's not injured like seriously at all. It's just them putting him on the PUP list so that he does not have to practice until he gets a new contract. Once he does, that ankle will feel 100% again, right? Once he sees that paycheck, the ankle will be just fine, and he'll step on the field once again. So, you know, this is a situation obviously we'll be keeping an eye on until the deal gets done. Terry did sign autographs after practice ended. He came out of the facility and signed autographs for the fans, and the fans love him, man. I mean, Terry needs to be here. We need Terry, and Terry needs us. So that's why I'm still confident that a deal gets done. It's just a matter of when. Moving on to what actually happened on the field during day 4 of training camp. Mikey Sanders still picked off Jaden Daniels in 11v11 drills. I'll put that video on screen now. And that pick, man, was crazy. JD was rolling out. I feel like it may have been a sack, or would have been a sack. Maybe not, though, because Jaden did roll out to the right and launched it to Jaylin Lane, who was covered by Mikey Sanders still. And Mikey Sanders still pretty much mossed Jaylin Lane. Run up and grab the ball out of the air, and it was amazing. So, hey man, Mikey Sanders still, he's gonna have a big year, and he had a really good day this past Friday as well. So man, him back in the slot, our cornerback room is now one of the strengths of our team. Like, our cornerback room is gonna be so good. The cornerbacks today were really, really good, man. Trey Amos was good. He was pretty locked down. Mikey Sanders still was good. Marshawn Lattimore, didn't notice much from him, but he didn't get like beat or anything like that, so he was pretty solid. Even a guy like Carlin Vigors, he made a really good pass breakup. He had good coverage from a deep pass from Jaden Daniels. So man, these cornerbacks are competitive, and the cornerback room is now one of our strong suits on the team. The D-line got some good pressure today on Jaden and the rest of the quarterbacks, so I was pleased to see that. Javonte Jean-Baptiste beat Connerly on a would-have-been sack on Mariota. Those two guys went back and forth. Connerly actually rebounded from that play a couple plays later and did a nice job of holding up against Javonte Jean-Baptiste. So, two young guys, first-round pick in Connerly and a seventh-round pick from Baptiste in 2024. Two guys that could contribute a lot this season, specifically Connerly, We'll see what Baptiste does. The defense did a good job of playing the run when Chris Rodriguez was in. I did notice that. So we need our run defense to be a lot better this year. Chris Rodriguez isn't the best running back, but it is good to see the defense making some improvement in that area. Daryl Tapp was absolutely electric today. I mean, he was hyped up every single play. He was yelling after every single snap. I mean, it was hype out there. I'm not going to lie. The defense was energetic, and a lot of that comes from Daryl Tapp being energetic, man. He was hyped up today. A guy who didn't look great today but stood out last week was receiver Ja'Cory Brooks. He may have been the biggest standout from last week. However, over the past 2 practices, including today, he has not looked great. Today, he had a couple of drops. I noticed the drop he had in the punt return game. It was, I guess you could say it was a muff, but he dropped the ball, and in the receiving game, he had 2 drops. So dropping the ball is an issue that Ja'Cory Brooks did have in college, so he definitely does need to fix his drops issue. He also had 3 drops on Friday, which isn't great, so definitely an issue Ja'Cory Brooks will need to clean up if he wants a real shot to make the team, right? Noah Brown had a really nice sideline catch in 7v7 drills. Good to see him doing good. Jaylin Lane, man, he balled out today. I'll get to the incredible catch later, but he had a really nice catch from Sam Hartman on the sideline, and another one, a slant pass from Sam Hartman, and he showed off his speed on a catch and run. So Jaylin Lane is a guy that has the potential to be a really good receiver for us, and I feel like this year he will be a really good punt returner for us immediately. JD had a nice run in the second period of 11v11 drills. He found some open space and ran, and that's obviously his ability. That's his superpower. That's what makes JD, and we all love that about him, right? Ja'Cory Krosky-Mira had a nice run up the middle. He showed off his quickness and change of direction ability. So again, I've said this several times. Ja'Cory Krosky-Mira has skills and abilities that no one else in this running back room has, and his change of directness and his quickness is 2 of those abilities, right? So I think Ja'Cory Krosky-Mira is going to be an absolute stud, and super excited to see what he looks like when the pads come on and when the preseason gets here. The play of the day came at the end of practice, though. The insane catch by Jaylin Lane during 2-minute drills, 11v11. Jaden Daniels found Jaylin Lane in the back of the end zone, and it was a dime of a throw, and he mossed Quan Martin and Will Harris. I mean, double coverage, and Jaden Daniels fit it in only where Jaylin Lane could get the ball. I'm not going to lie. I kind of feel like he wasn't in, but I guess maybe he got like a part of his knee down or maybe his shin down. I'm not sure, but they ruled it a touchdown, and it was an incredible catch by Jaylin Lane. So Lane had himself a day, and again, I'm super excited to watch him this year. I think he's going to have a big part to our success this year on special teams and maybe even on offense as well. And then Michael Strahan had a similar catch from Sam Hartman in the same 2-minute drills. It wasn't at the back of the end zone, but like the middle of the end zone, sort of. So, hey, man, these guys have a clutch gene. Like, we practice stuff like this every single practice or almost every single practice, which is why the offense is so good when it comes to clutch situations. So that is it for day 4 of Commanders training camp. Overall, I feel like it was a really, really good practice. Again, the vibes were immaculate. The fans were hype. It was super competitive out there, man. Once Dan Quinn got his hype, man, I was ready. I was ready for practice, man. Like I said in the intro, I was super ready. And overall, it was fun. Although it was super hot, it was still fun to watch the guys out there compete. Guys like Jaylin Lane stood out. Jaden Daniels, although it was an up and down day for him, he still stood out. I feel like the D-line did a really good job of getting pressure on Jaden Daniels and the other quarterbacks. And a couple other guys showed out as well. So again, overall, it was a good practice. But that is it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're not already subbed up and turn on notifications. It's been King Sean, and I'm out. Peace.